You can never go wrong with a pound cake. It is so delicious, and if you are a lover of cakes in general, then you really don't want to miss this recipe. This pound cake is so dense, it is moist, and above all, it is so easy to make. It is also the perfect gift for your family and loved ones, especially during the holidays. I know that the Eid is around the corner. This is the perfect time to bake some loaves and share with your loved ones. This is Mansa Queen again. As usual, guys, you already know how we do it. Welcome to my kitchen. Please take a seat, relax, and enjoy this video with me. These are the ingredients you would need, and let's get started. You would need some sugar, and I decided to cut down on the sugar because the recipe asks for 3 cups of sugar, but I went with 2.5. I also have 3 cups of all-purpose flour, 5 eggs at room temperature, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1 teaspoon of lemon extract. Over here I have 2 sticks of butter, which is about 1 cup of butter. I have half a cup of butter flavored shortening because those two combined will give me the texture I'm looking for. And last, I have 8 ounces of cream cheese. Then I have 1 cup of really cold heavy whipping cream. This is my baking pan, and I've gone ahead and greased it generously. And I like to use this Pam spray because it has flour in it, and I also reinforce it with more flour. So let's get started. You want to whip your heavy whipping cream until it forms some stiff peaks. So this took about maybe 6 minutes, and I've been running it on medium speed. Okay, so you can see that our cream has been whipped, and these are the stiff peaks I'm talking about. See, that's exactly what you want. So just set it aside and let's move on. I'm using my stand mixer today, and I'm just going to add the cream cheese, butter, and shortening. By the way, I'm using salted butter. That's why I did not put any salt. If you're using unsalted butter, please go ahead and add 1 teaspoon of salt. So the first tip I want you guys to get today is that when you're making a pound cake or any type of cake, do not overbeat any of your ingredients. You want to just beat it enough to mix it properly. So our fats have been well combined. We're going to add the eggs one at a time. I've already added 1, and you want to mix it until it's combined before adding the second one. This is what you're going to do until you have all 5 eggs incorporated. Just take your time, and you're going to get the desired results out of your cake. I've added all the eggs, and now I'm just going to take up the speed up a notch and mix it properly. This is going to give us that texture that we're looking for. Next, I'm adding my vanilla extract and also the lemon extract. You can basically use any flavor of your choice. I've made it with coconut extract, and it's been so good. So you just want to stir it in gently. Remember, don't overwork your batter. Otherwise, your cake is going to get so stiff you will not like it. Let's get on to our dry ingredients. You're going to add the baking powder to the flour and just give it a whisk to combine them. It is now time to mix our dry and wet ingredients together. And I'm just going to beat this on low to medium speed. Remember, everything I've done here, I've only been beating it on low to medium speed so that all my textures are going to be intact. So you just want to scoop it around and make sure that you don't have any dry flour sitting somewhere, and just beat it for a few more minutes, and that's it. And in case you're wondering, no, I did not forget our whipped cream. This is the most exciting part. Now you're going to add this to your batter, and you want to be very careful. All you're going to do is fold it into your batter. You don't want to whisk it. Just simply fold it into your batter like I'm doing. Okay, so now our batter is done. You can see that the whipped cream has been well incorporated. Now we're ready to pour it into our baking pan. And I decided to just use about half of my bundt pan because I didn't want a big cake. I wanted to share my cake with a loved one. Yes, with my mommy. So if you want to just have one big cake in the bundt pan, go ahead and put everything in there. But I decided to do like half a pan and put the rest of the batter in a loaf pan. So go ahead and just try to level it out, just so you're gonna have an even cake. Nothing fancy. We're just making cake. This is not rocket science. So just try to make it pretty. And then what I'm doing, I'm trying to shake and drop it to release any air pockets that might be in there. If you're pouring all your batter in one bundt pan like this, please bake it at 325 degrees for 90 minutes. I only bake mine for about 75 minutes because remember I split mine into two, and this is what they look like. It's fresh out of the oven. Now you want to let it sit until it cools down completely. Don't mess with it, otherwise it's not going to slide out the way you want it. My house smells so divine at this point. Oh my goodness. If you are enjoying this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. It really helps out my ministry. And if you have not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and hit the red subscribe button. It really helps me out. This is our final result. Look at that. I call this perfection. This is so delicious, and I have a disclaimer. This cake is so addictive. I just don't want you guys to be mad at me. It's so addictive. When you start, you just can't stop. That's why I don't make a lot of it, because when I do, it hits the right spot. This is what it looks like on the inside. It has that crust on the outside, and then it's still moist inside. Look at that. Now don't be jealous, because you know I'm going to do a taste test. Yes, on your behalf. Look at that. That one bite I took, I could just not resist it. I had to finish the whole slice I got out. I had to force myself to take pictures before it was all gone. Oh my goodness. This really looks so delicious. And trust me, it's even better the next day. If you need it, try to make it a day before, because as it sits, all those fats just sit there, and oh my goodness, the texture becomes so dense, you would absolutely enjoy it. This is what the loaf looks like. Can you see that? It is just perfect. You don't see any holes in there, because that cream cheese and the shortening and all the ingredients I use in this recipe just give it that texture. This is the texture I am looking for, and I always get it. So follow this recipe step by step. I have a full list of all the ingredients in the description box. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you, and stay safe.